Hey everyone, it's Bianca with lotustheorydesigns, back today to show you how I created this birdcage motif on this antique dresser. As usual, I like to show you the before. And after cleaning and sanding it, I started by adding WoodUbend Applique number 2172. This applique was perfect for filling in the negative space on the top portion of the dresser. Next, I went ahead and added 2 coats of Caviar to the base of the piece. Caviar is Dixie Belle's truest shade of black. First, I start by laying out a vinyl design that I created on my computer using Cricut in their design program. The branches and the birdcage are actually 2 different designs that I am going to marry into each other to create one cohesive look. Watch as I get all of the vinyl laid out. Keep in mind that we will be removing the vinyl later to reveal the design. Once I got my vinyl laid, I went ahead and went over the vinyl with another coat of Caviar. This will help to prevent bleed through underneath the vinyl so that my lines are nice and crisp. Next, I began to paint the center using the following colors: Kudzu, Cotton, Lemonade, Juniper, one of Dixie Belle's new fall colors, Dusty Blue, and Pinecone. I start at the bottom and I'm going to work my way up. My first color that you see I'm using is Juniper. I am stippling it on in random fashion, making sure to leave some of that dark Caviar underneath. The goal is not to have full coverage because I do like when that dark peeks through, giving me a grungy look. Once I had my Juniper on, I started to add a little bit of Pinecone. Notice my brush technique. I am tapping the paint on. There is not a whole lot of paint on my brush. I'm using a little bit of water, and then I grab for a best dang brush to blend the paint colors together ever so slightly. I am careful not to blend too much because I don't want the colors to A, turn to mud, and B, blend together so much so that I lose that grungy aesthetic. Once I had my darks blended the way that I like them, I start to move up using Dusty Blue with a little bit more Juniper. I am using water to make the paint a little bit more pliable, and again, using a best dang brush in a swirling motion to blend the colors together. I use the same process for the top. Here I introduce some of the lighter colors, which would be Lemonade and Cotton. Now that I have my first layer complete, I do go back in and layer in a little bit more of the colors where I feel it necessary to give me the depth that I am going for. I also introduce the color Kudzu into the mix, which is the lighter green that you see. Watch as I finish up this section before moving on to the rest of the body of the piece. Using the same technique as I did for my blend, I am adding just a little bit of chocolate to the edges to frame in my design. I decided I wanted those edges to be just a bit more grungier in age, so I came in with Coffee Bean, which is a super dark brown by Dixie Belle. I am using a chip brush to dry brush just a little bit of this coffee bean into the details. I also came in and added some of that coffee bean to the filigree on the piece. You guys, this is my favorite part. I love removing the vinyl. Once I was happy with my blend, I did go ahead and start to remove the vinyl, which, by the way, is super satisfying. Watch as I do so. All right, let's start working on the base. For the base, I'm going to use the following colors: chocolate, pumpkin spice, which is another of the new fall colors by Dixie Belle, and Sandbar. My blend technique is going to be pretty similar to the way that I did the center, except instead of using the best dang brush to blend, I am using this thick napped tool called a Woolie. I am stippling on the three colors. Again, we have chocolate, pumpkin spice, and Sandbar. And then I am using the Woolie to tap the colors into each other, which creates more of a faux finish for my blend. Watch as I take you through the blending of the base in entirety. Okay, so this is where I ask for your forgiveness. Notice the stripes on the drawers? I forgot to record that process. But I did remember this part, which is using coffee bean to paint the details of the piece. I did it on this WoodUbend applique, and I also did it on the details on the rest of the base. And here it is, all complete. What do you guys think? I know that I am absolutely in love with it, and if I had a space for it, I would be keeping it. But alas, it will be the one that got away. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned something today. If you did, please use the links in the description to purchase these amazing products by Dixie Belle. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on anything. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.